Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Sarah, and this video I'm going to show you all about the best places to go in Scotland wild swimming. Some of them are waterfalls, some of them are kayaks, some of them are the sea. We travelled for a month all the way around Scotland, had the best time ever, and saw some beautiful waterfalls. We saw lots of other places too, and I'll share them in other videos, but this video is all about wild swimming and getting in the water, because that is what I absolutely love. This one waterfall, oh my gosh, I nearly died in it. It was just crazy powerful. I'll tell you all about it. It's so amazing. And then we also saw these beautiful beaches. Honestly, it made you feel like you was abroad. The sea was so blue. I didn't even think we could get that in the United Kingdom. At some points, I thought I was honestly at the Maldives. It is amazing. So check out all our best wild swim spots now. The first big drive all the way up to Scotland, we took a little stop off at Loch Lomond. It was Scottish weather. It was very rainy, very misty, still beautiful, and I got my paddleboard and it was the first time using it. I had to pump it up, and oh my gosh, it's so hard. I don't know if you've ever tried to pump up a paddleboard, but it's so hard and it took forever. I needed to lay down on it afterwards, and I don't think this time I did not do it enough. I didn't blow it up enough because it just wasn't as good as it could have been at all. So here it is, Loch Lomond, our first stop in Scotland. We had straight away got into the water and here's me on my not fully inflated paddleboard, having a little sail. Watch this next one for me falling off. I did get better, but it definitely was the board's fault. It wasn't inflated enough, so it needs inflating more next time. So just so you know, fully inflate. From here we got ready and then headed to Oban so we could get the ferry to Isle of Mull. We stayed overnight at Oban and we straight away enjoyed the beach there. We then arrived in Isle of Mull and we had an hour or so drive all the way to our destination, which was Fidden Farm, and when we got there we was not disappointed. This time I was determined to really pump up the paddleboard and the kayak to full capacity. We had an absolutely amazing time staying at Fiddens Farm campsite right on the beach with an amazing view straight onto these golden sands and beautiful blue waters. We kayaked with the dog and enjoyed some time in the sea, paddleboarding as well. It was absolutely amazing. I would recommend it highly to anyone. And then the sunsets, oh my word, were to die for. They were absolutely amazing. The next day we headed into town and got a boat trip so we could see the island better, and we also went on a boat trip where we saw dolphins and saw this amazing place called Stafford Island. It's absolutely beautiful, such a landmark. We were off on our way again, and our next adventure was to see this beautiful waterfall at Glen. I'd seen this dipping pool and I could not wait to get there, even though the weather was terrible, but it was beautiful and cold and refreshing. Now the next place we went, I'd heard about this and it sounded amazing. It was the fairy waterfalls. So we'd headed all the way from one side all the way to the other side of Scotland, and then we was going to go all the way around. And the first place we went was this beautiful waterfall. I couldn't wait to have another wild swim in here. So we packed up and then took a little walk. There was a sign, but then we got to the bridge and the bridge was actually broken. So we had to find a way to jump over, and then we found a beautiful waterfall. And of course, I was straight in having a swim in this beautiful waterfall known as the Fairy Glen waterfall. We headed a little bit further on to the next waterfall. The children found a tree to put coins in and they kept themselves busy while I jumped in again. Absolutely still soaking from the first time, but still enjoying it nevertheless. Gonna get right in there as well this time. And then from here we went to see the Mermaid of the North. A few days later and we was heading off to the most beautiful beach. This is Achninver Beach. Really high up in the north of Scotland. It is absolutely beautiful. We had to two more absolutely gorgeous waterfalls, but unfortunately you can't get in them two. And the next waterfall, oh my goodness, It was so strong, so powerful, so dangerous. Honestly, you really could have died in this one. It is actually called Wailing Falls, or Wailing Widow Falls, because it's made so many widows cry because people have fallen off at the top and met a terrible ending. So this one here is Smoo's Cave. It's absolutely amazing. It's so big as well. And here is the waterfall. I love this one. It looks straight out to the sea. It's absolutely brilliant. Where smugglers used to come back in the day. First of all, we went to the top and we was going to walk along the top to look over the waterfall, but realised it was too slippy and too dangerous. So we walked all the way down and round through this really, really boggy, muddy path. We even lost our wellies. It was so strong and so powerful, and I really wanted to get in, but it was just too much. It was too powerful. I had a little sit down in it, and even then I could feel it pushing my feet away. There was no way I could have got in. I mean, I wanted to jump here, but I'd have been all the way at the bottom of all the rocks. But it was beautiful to see. But definitely not one for swimming. It was way too dangerous. I didn't want to be one of those wailing widows. We found two little fishing just by the waterfall. It was absolutely soaked. So we took it somewhere safe to dry off. So hopefully that would have survived as well. My girls love animals, so loved helping out there. Then the sun actually came up. We walked back up the hill and on our journey again. This time we're heading to this beautiful beach. This is Clachtoll Beach. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. It's absolutely amazing. Again, golden sands, blue seas. Children had an absolutely amazing time jumping in the sea, and then there was an amazing sunset too. And then we were off to another waterfall, another one we couldn't get into. But it was beautiful to see, really big. And one of our last places now of waterfalls that we visited were the fairy pools at Isle of Skye. They were absolutely gorgeous. There were so many of them, so many pools, but this one was the best one for us to get in and have a little swim. Lots of places to paddle as well. Of course it was cold and I loved it. Very refreshing. So good for your health. I love cold water swimming. I'm an absolute advocate for it. So if you get the opportunities, you should definitely go to Scotland and do it. So there you have it. There are our wild swimming spots, beaches and waterfalls that we went to in Scotland that we absolutely loved. If you want to go, I would absolutely recommend it. I'm going to make a few more videos of some of the other places that we went to, because we did visit a lot of waterfalls and a lot of beaches, but there were so many other things to do. I'll add I might do a few breakdowns so you can see, and then if you ever want to go, you can check it out. If you've got any questions about where things are, where to park, where to camp, then ask away and I'll try my best to help. I hope you've enjoyed this video and thank you so much for watching. I would appreciate if you could like and subscribe, and that makes everything worthwhile doing, and I'll continue to make some more videos. Hope you've enjoyed.